Hey guys, it's Glenn for G&P Custom Fabrications with a sketchy update for you today. At the end of the wiring video, I showed you a lifter out of Sketchy that was all chewed up. And at the time I wasn't real sure how I was going to deal with it, and I decided I was going to go ahead and go the cheap route. I looked at the cam, it did not look damaged. I reasoned that the cam is a lot harder than what the lifter was. So I went ahead and I found just an old lifter I had. It's a stock lifter, a little bit of difference in the oil groove. Other than that, everything's the same. I went ahead and put it in there, and let's see how it does. So far, it sounds pretty good. So it's going to die because it's kind of cold nature. But I don't see any issues. I didn't have any funny noises. Of course, I didn't hear any bad noises when it ate it. So I keep an eye on the oil. Make sure that the oil stays nice and clean. But I believe we're ready for a test drive. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take Sketchy out for a quick shakedown run. It's Memorial Day weekend. This probably isn't the best idea I've ever had, but it's just something I need to get taken care of, so that if I do have an opportunity to drive it any kind of distance anytime soon, I'm not plagued with some kind of catastrophe that could have been prevented. So let's get her on the road. have the wiring fixed now. There's now no longer a fuse before the ignition fuse block. Of course, everything coming off of there is fused, so thus there was no reason to have it. So I got that sorted out, and I'm ready to go try her again. Okay, first road trip, not first road trip, but anyway, first recent road trip, testing things out, trying to work all the bugs out. It was successful in the sense that nobody died. I say that because it got a little bit hairy there for a second. Whenever I just ran up to Sullivan, next town over, and let's get away from that fan. And whenever I stopped there, I realized that when I turned the key off, the engine wouldn't shut off. And then I realized that was because I had just wired the alternator straight to the ignition side. So that means as long as the alternator was running, that it would keep charging the ignition system. So therefore the key would not work. So I got out, pulled the coil wire, and got the engine shut off. So I figured I'd fix it when I get home. And so I'm on the interstate coming home and decided to get a little feisty and romp on it. And the gas pedal, which I knew this was an issue, the pedal stuck to the floor. And fortunately I was able to, calmly reach my toe underneath there and dig it out. Straight highway, no issues, and no problem. So I get outside my house here on the road. So I figured I'd do a quick burnout before I put the car away. And totally forgot that number one, the throttle's sticking, and number two, the ignition, the key's not shutting the car off. And sure enough, romped it to the floor, pedal stuck, accelerating high rates of speed, curves coming up, key's not turning the car off, and I managed to reach down and pull the pedal up, and yeah, I don't think I've been that scared in a long time. So yeah, sorry I didn't catch on camera, guys, but so I fixed the gas pedal first thing when I got here, getting ready to fix the ignition. May even try to come up with fail-safe ignition kill, so nothing like that can happen again. It is what it is. I'm here recording, so I made it through. So anyway, that's it for today. This is them for G&P Custom Fabrications. Living the dream till the freaking phone rings. Thanks for watching.